Alright lads, it's the CFCvlogger here, and I'm doing a little Premiership prediction video. I'm going to go through every single team in the Premier League. I've got a load of notes here, I'm nice and prepared. So it's going in alphabetical order, makes sense. So obviously that means we start with one of the more interesting ones in Arsenal. Now Arsenal haven't really made any signings this summer. They've made Yanu Sanoku, a 20-year-old striker from, I think, Lyon, or French team, I know that much. I think he was on a free transfer. Is that really the kind of transfers you want to make when you want to change for a Premier League? A 20-year-old free transfer? I mean, it's just same old, same old. I've actually written that here, same old, because that's all it is. It's just, okay, they've been rumoured with a lot of players. A lot of potential's been there. I mean, they've been with Suarez, with Fabregas coming back with Rooney. None of it's happened. I don't think Suarez was the most potential one like a few days ago, but that doesn't look like it's happening now. I've been into Luis Gustavo as well. That'd be a great signing. But I just can't see them doing it. I can't see them making a big name marquee signing. They just never seem to, and I don't see why it'll change now. And yeah, I can't see much in there. I'll probably have to. I mean, they're probably still going to finish Champions League. I mean, they're a quality team, and they've still got quite a strong squad. I think they're still going to finish in Champions League, but they will be in for a battle as they were last year and the year before. They're going to be in the battle because it's not just a typical top four anymore. It's not like where it used to be, where it was just Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, United. It's not like that anymore. It could very well change every year now. So we've got prepared for it, and Arsenal are going to be in challenge for fourth, but I reckon they'll probably nick it. Next, moving on to Aston Villa, who were like ridiculously kind of, they were in the relegation battle last year, but this year I think it's going to be much better for them. I think they're looking at a mid-table finish, because not only have they kept hold of Benteke, I mean, the signings they made haven't exactly been amazing signings. I mean, I've just got a list here: Jed Steer, Antonio Luno, Nicholas Helenas, Jules Akore, Leandro Bakuni, and Alexandre Tonev. None of them really stand out to me. But with Benteke, and they've got quite a strong squad, quite a good young squad. I think they've got a good season coming up, to be honest. I think they're going to finish around mid-table quite comfortably. Then we've got the first of the promoted clubs. We've got Cardiff. Now, Cardiff, I mean, at the start of pre-season, I was banking on all three of the promoted sides to go straight back down. Cardiff made a couple of good signings, the main one being Gary Medel and Stephen Corker. They're two great signings, really good signings. I don't know why it's supposed to let Stephen Corker go. I think he's a cracking centre back, and I just don't understand that personally. And then Gary Medel he'll be the heart of the team. He'll really do well with Cardiff. I hope. I reckon they're going to be in the fight from the start. Of course they are. They've only just got promoted. They're going to be in the fight, but I can see them staying up, and they're probably the only one of the three that I can see staying up. Then we've got another very interesting one. We have Chelsea. Now Chelsea have, obviously, the big thing for them is Mourinho's back. Mourinho, the special one, the Messiah, whatever you want to call him. Cracking manager. He's a really good manager, and they're definitely challenging for the title this year. I mean, they haven't really made much noise signings. They've signed Schwarzer on a free transfer. I imagine only back up for Czech. I can't imagine him being first team. A young player called Van Ginkel, who's probably not going to play first team. You've got Schürrle. Schürrle's an interesting one. I watched Bundesliga, and so I've watched Schürrle. He's a really good player, a really good prospect. Whether he'll cut it in the Premier League, I don't know. I hope he does, because I really like him as a player. I really do. So yeah, I mean, Chelsea's definitely challenging for the title. I can see them winning it, depending on Man United's transfers until the end of, depends on who Man United sign. I'm going to get onto Man United later, but depending on Man United sign, if Man United keep the squad down at the moment, I think Chelsea have got this title. Okay, next up we've got another interesting one. We have Crystal Palace. Obviously, as a Charlton fan, I don't like Crystal Palace. I mean, you know, it's just what I can't like them. When you look at signings, I don't think they're good enough to stay up. I thought at the start of this, I thought, okay, they've got 120 million from playoffs now. They've invested a bit in it doing their stadium up, and the rest of it, put in some really good signings, some cracking signings. Gal, I mean, I don't see how signing someone who didn't really even score in the Championship last year, going from a relegate and signing from a relegated Championship side, 4 mil, is really worth it. I mean, he's a young player, but they're not looking for youngsters. They want someone who can help them next year, who can help them stay up. Not someone who's going to help them in 3 years' time when they might be back in the Championship. You know, it's and Kevin Phillips is on the complete other end of the spectrum. I don't know if he's cut out for Premier League football anymore. I mean, he barely even played from last year when they were in the Championship. He came in like halfway through the season. I remember seeing him play. I mean, he's definitely put him in the front of goal. He's going to score, but how many times? This is Crystal Palace team who are going to struggle and who are struggling to put chances on the plate for strikes. They need someone who's going to run round. And I just can't see Kevin Phillips doing much. Maybe he's not going to play that much. Maybe he's just going to be good experience to help the young players. But I don't know. Marouane Chamakh, I can see this having a bit of potential. Marouane Chamakh had a terrible few years at Arsenal. You know, he was a great player in Liga 1. Is it that he's not cut out for Premiership football, or is it that he's not cut out for high quality Premiership football like at Arsenal? Because he could very well do well here. I think there's some potential in that, but it's a bit of a hit and miss with Marouane Chamakh. I hope it goes well. Well, I don't hope, but I can see it going well. As for Dixon, I can see them getting relegated from, and you know, I just can't really see any other end for them at the moment. With the squad they've got at the moment, because they haven't made good enough investments. I mean, Jose Capana, I think he's got potential. Under 21, I think he's the Spanish under 21 captain. That's good. Again, is he a future player, or is he going to do the job now? I don't know. He could very well do the job now, I don't know. And the other side was Jerome Thomas and Glandin, who again, Thomas, I don't think he's good enough for Premiership football anymore. And Glandin, he could be a good signing, but he's not going to be that impact signing and keeps them up. For me, anyway. And then we've got Everton. And this is very interesting. David Moyes was their manager for I think it was over 10 years. It was certainly for a long time. And then he leaves to go to United job. And then we've got Roberto Martinez coming in. And I just think that's the wrong acquisition for Everton. Because Roberto Martinez, all he's done since he's been at Wigan, he's just survive. Just been a survivor. And do Everton really want someone who's going to be a survivor? They want someone who's going to challenge for Europe, Champions League, Europa League. Do they want someone who's going to keep them up? No. They've been safely in the Premier League for, as far as I know, the whole Premier League history for most of the, they've been top flight for most of the top, since Division 1 or Premier League has existed, you know. So, do they want, I mean, and because of this, because he's not, he's a survivor, I could see them easily being in a relegation scrap. I mean, okay, they've got a couple of good signings. Delafou and Kone are two good signings. I mean, one thing I saw in the news is Martinez saying don't expect much from Delafou. But I don't get, why would you bring in a loanee if you're not expecting an instant impact? Okay, I can imagine bringing in a young signing and then not imagining an instant impact. But a loanee, surely you're looking for an impact. Or is that just me? And then Kone, he'll score goals. Of course he'll score goals. He's a goal scorer. And then keeping Baines and Fellaini is great. But it's still not the end of the transfer window. And two players, a defensive mid, or he can play attacking mid as well, and a left back, aren't gonna change your fate, really. I mean, they're cracking players. And I like Everton. I really do. I like Everton. But with Martinez, I mean, he's, as I said, he's a survivor. He's not a person who challenges for Europe. Okay, they have to stay up, but they've been doing that for years and years and years and years. So yeah, so that's an interesting one. I would like to see how that plans out. And then we got Fulham, who are actually looking quite good this year. Looking quite good. They signed Trent on the loan. Trent is a really good player. When he's got the right attitude, Trent's a really good player. Skettenberg, who's an amazing goalkeeper. He was meant to be the person who's going to replace Van der Sar at Man United, like before De Gea comes along. He's a cracking goalkeeper. No two ways about it. They signed Rita on a permanent deal, and he had a cracking season last year with Fulham. I can't say cracking, not cracking. Rita is he's a solid signing. And there's been a lot of news. I think the Bent deal is near enough done, Darren Bent, and that's I don't get why Aston Villa didn't play. Okay, they have Benteke. Benteke's a great player, but imagine Benteke and Bent up front. That's just an amazing team to me. To me, Bent is just a goal. I've seen him play at Charlton, and his eye for goal is amazing. You know, he's just in the right place at the right time. He's not like an older player that pace is starting to, when he gets slows down, it affects him. It doesn't matter if he slows down. He primes himself on a finishing and being in the right place at the right time. Okay, pace helps. But he can still be in the right place at the right time without pace. He's not slowing down anyway, really, realistically. So that's a really good sign if they manage to get him. I really believe that they could be Europa League, challenging for Europa League, or at least that top half of the table, because that team's a strong team. If they can really get that working, they're serious Europa League challengers. Then we got another one of the last of the promoted teams. We got Hull, and I'm sorry, but again, it's just one of those things. They've brought in a few good signings. Danny Graham will be very key to them. And you got Curtis Davies, who's a good defender, but I just can't see anything else from Shorey. I think they're, again, like Palace, they haven't strengthened the team up enough. I think they're just going straight back down. Hull City Tigers, it's pathetic. But that's what we're here about. So there's not really much to say about Hull other than I just think can't see much other than relegation. Now here we go, here's another interesting one. We have Liverpool. Now they have, I'd like to say, strengthened their team. They had quite a strong team. You know, they had quite a strong team, a really solid team. If they keep hold of Suarez, that's a very good team. I know they can't have him for like the first 6 games or whatever, but it's a good team. It's a good basis for at least the Europa League. They could very well be challenging for Champions League. Probably not yet. But again, there's one thing that I need to get off my chest. Get rid of Shelby. I think is I might be slightly biased because he's a Charlton Youth Academy product. But I think it was a mistake releasing him. Because he's a really good player. And he will be a really good. I reckon he could easily start now. And if not, in 2 or 3 years' time, he'll walk into that team. And selling him, and that's a cracking signing for Swansea. Really good signing. But yeah, Mignolet, good signing. Ryan has been very mistake prone the last couple of years, so he has to move on. I think Colo Torre is a good signing as well. Aspas Alberto, they're probably 2 future stars. They might get a couple of games, might be bench, and then bring on the last 10 minutes try and make an impact. But yeah, now we're moving on to Manchester City. And they've made a lot of good signings. They're 4 signings that really stand up. Negredo, Jovetic, Navas, and Fernandinho. They're 4 cracking, really good signings. I like Navas. Navas is one of my favourite players in the world. I think he's brilliant. Talking too much. Jovetic again, he'll score goals. Negredo to save. Fernandinho will run the puck. Bit overpriced, do you think, for a 28-year-old, 30 mil, who's never proved himself outside the Ukrainian league? I don't know, but again, it doesn't matter about the price tag. If he performs, he's not overpriced at the end of the day. One big thing that might pull them down a bit is Carlos Tevez leaving. That's Carlos Tevez was one of their best players. Carlos Tevez is an amazing player, and I don't get selling him. I really don't. Maybe they're just thinking, oh, 12 million. As he gets older, we're not going to get any more for him, so you might as well sell him now. But he's still a really good player, and they'll be in the title challenge. They'll be up there with Chelsea and United. I don't think they're quite got it. And Pellegrini, that's the other thing with City. Pellegrini, an inexperienced manager in the Premier League, and that's always a bit of a, you know. And then we've got Man United, who haven't really made any signings. Zaha, he's not going to be his first teamer in my opinion. Then you've got David Moyes, who I think is a really good manager. I really like him as a manager. But is he ready for changing for the title? They're going to be changing for the title. Of course they are. They're going to be changing for the title all the way through the season, because look at the squad Ferguson has left Moyes with. That's an amazing squad. I mean, maybe a striker would do it, instead. Not striker, what am I talking about? For some reason, I just completely forgot Van Persie. I don't know what I was doing. But they've got a really strong squad, and the fact that Robin Van Persie is certainly going to be the top goal scorer, I can't see anyone else beating him to that. And yeah, they're definitely going to at least title challenge, if not win it. I think he's been left with a good enough squad to do that. And then we got Newcastle, who had a terrible season last year, and a shocking season last year. Everyone expecting them to chase for the Champions League, but they've ended up almost getting relegated. So this year, I think they've got potential. Remy on loan is a really good sign. Remy on loan, even though it's only on loan, that's all they need for a little bit, just to score them a few goals. Hopefully Papi Cisse reacts, I like Papi Cisse. Mid to top half finish for them. Not really much else to say about Newcastle. And then we've got Norwich. They've made a lot of good signings. I do like the look of their signings like Hooper and Wolfswinkel, two really good strikers with scoring goals, no doubt. Olsen, really good. I mean, I think he can play all the way up the left-hand side. I think he can play anywhere from left back to left wing. So, again, a good signing, a lot of diversity there. I'm not sure which position he'll be playing in. I mean, there's two Olsens, I could be getting them mixed up. I'm pretty sure that's the one they've signed. And you got Redmond, who's a young player from Birmingham. I saw him play a couple of times last year. He's an alright player. He'll be a good player in the future, no doubt. He had a good game against Scotland in the under-21s match. So, I don't know. You've got Leroy Fer, who's again a good player. I think it's a good signing, and I think they should. They should be alright. They should avoid safety by quite a long while, mid-table kind of reaching into bottom half. I think they should be pretty safe from relegation. Now Stoke. I think they're in trouble. They're going to be in another relegation battle, no doubt about it. I mean, with their whole philosophy, playing such a deep, they're always going to be in a relegation scrap at the end of the day because they don't score enough goals. I've actually got Peter Crouch from my fantasy league team because he got a lot of surprising amount of points last year. I think he's a good player. I don't know. But no major signings. They needed to make signings. They need it. Every team needs to make signings during the thing. No one's away from that at a point when they don't need to make signings. Everyone needs to make signings. Everyone needs to improve. And then we move relegation scrap for Stoke. Now we move on to Sunderland. Now Sunderland, I hope Sunderland do well because I like Paulo Di Canio. They've made a few decent signings. Jose Altidore will score a few goals. Manoni, just a replacement for Mignonet. And Gicherici, I haven't really heard of him, but I did a bit of research on him. I think he could be a creative player. I think he could be a really good player. I mean, he'd been kind of undermined. I think he was at Juventus before. I think he's kind of undermined there. And it could be a good sign. I mean, obviously Paulo Di Canio knows the Italian league quite well, so he knows if he signs him internally, because the chance that'd be quite good. And we move on to Swansea, who again made some really good signings. Wilfred Boney, George Shelby, again, I think he's a really good player. You got Jonathan Douglas, and I think they've got back on run again. And Michael Laudrup is such a good manager, a really good manager. I mean, it's another top half finish for them, chasing the Europa League down. And then we've got Spurs. Now, another interesting one. They've made some really good signings. Soldado, Chadley, Paulinho, and then there's that, I can't remember what his name is, but he's that French guy. These names are from before. I did this research yesterday, and I can't remember what the French guy's name, but again, 4 good signings. Is Bale on his way out though? I think, even without Bale, I think they've got the potential to get Champions League. Because Soldado will score goal after goal after goal. Charlie will assist goal. Paulinho, they'll definitely get Champions League if Bale stays. No doubt about it, in my mind, will they get Champions League if Bale stays. If Bale doesn't, then I'm not sure, they'll probably settle for Europa League. Then you got West Brom. Again, they've made a couple of good signings, Vydra and Nelka. They're 2 very good signings. Vydra will make an impact, no doubt about it. And Nelka will score goals, no doubt about it. Steve Clark's a great manager, no doubt about it. It's a mid-table finish again for them. I thought it's going proper croaky now. Need to get a drink after this. And you've got Southampton. And they made a couple of good signings, but just with Ramirez, he might be on his way out. I'm not sure how that's going along. But for some reason, I just feel like they're going to be in a relegation battle. Just for some reason. And I just can't see it going in the other way. We're making a very long video here. I'm just looking at the time, it's at 22 minutes. We've got West Ham now. And they're, again, a relegation. They've brought in a couple of players down in Carroll. Although they were flops at Liverpool, at West Ham they've got a lot of potential. I think they can do well together at West Ham. But I still see a relegation battle for West Ham. I don't know why this year. Because last year they ran away without a relegation battle, but there's something about this year, the amount of strong teams, because the teams down below are really strengthening. You've got likes of Norwich and Swansea and stuff like that. The teams you'd normally expect down the bottom are really strengthening, and I think that's good for them. And West Ham have got a couple of new signings, but not really strengthened enough for me. And by the way, Southampton, I did that in a bit of a weird order. It's just, I don't know what I did. For some reason, Southampton are there or in the middle of the W's rather than where they're meant to be. And that's it. That's all the teams just gone through one by one. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip a page out of my notebook. And I'm going to write predictions on it. I'm going to write predictions. And I'll put those predictions into this envelope right here. And I'm going to put it in my drawer over here. It's just going to, I'm probably going to forget it by the end of the season, but it's a bit of fun, and there's no way you're going to know that I'm definitely not cheating. Just trust me. Just watch the video back. So I'm going to guess top 4, relegated, up from the Championship, and FA Cup, Carling Cup. That's what I'm going to guess, I think. So let's... Okay, I'm going to start with top 4. I'm going to do 2 top goal scorer. I'm going to do 2 top 4s, because there's a bit of a twist. Because I think if Bale stays, then Tottenham will definitely get top 4 over Arsenal. I think the top 3 will be, and it's going to be in order as well. Chelsea, I think are going to win, depending on signings of Man United. And then Man United, close behind. And then Man City. And then it's either going to be Arsenal or Tottenham. I'm just saying, what I'm going to write is Arsenal / Spurs, depending on bound. Depending on bound. There we go. So that's my top 4 predictions. Chelsea, Man United, Man City, Arsenal or Spurs, depending on bound. That's my top 4 prediction. That's pretty easy. Now I'm going for relegated teams. I'm gonna do this in order as well. So in 18th, I'm gonna guess. This is the hardest one. Okay. 19th, Hull. Actually, no, 19th Palace. And 20th Hull. And then 18th. I'm gonna have to say Stoke. I just don't think they've strengthened up enough. Yeah, I'm gonna say Stoke. So relegated Stoke, Palace, Hull. That's what I'm going for. Now, what else? I need top goal scorer. No doubt about it. For me, RVP. Now I'm gonna go promoted from Championship. Promoted from Champ. So I'm gonna have to go. I reckon top. I think Watford are gonna win the league. So actually, I don't want them to because they cheat the system. I'm gonna give Watford the league, and then QPR coming in second. And then this is going to be tough because the playoffs can be a thrower. I reckon Reading will come third, but I don't think they're going to win the playoffs. No, I reckon Blackpool will get the playoffs. I'm going to go for Blackpool. I might screw in Charlton, but no, just no. And then I'm going to go for FA Cup. I'm going to leave it City. Man City. I reckon City will get. And then Carolyn. Well, not Con anymore. What is it now? Capital One. I'm gonna go for. No, I'm gonna go for Arsenal. I reckon Arsenal can do it this year. I really do. Right. So in the envelope it goes, and I'm gonna try and prove it to you guys. Right, to say that I'm not cheating. So I'm gonna draw a smiley face on it. So if I cheat and you see an envelope without a smiley face, then you'll know I'm cheating. I mean, I would cut this bit out, but I don't really know how to, because I haven't really got advanced editing on my computer. I'm literally just using the webcam. There you go. There it is. Looks like there's going to be drugs in here now, but nonetheless. And it's going straight into that drawer there. That's it. So that's my Premier League predictions. Leave your predictions below. What do you think of my predictions? So please like, subscribe, rate, do whatever you need to do to the video. You know the system. Everyone says it. So I'll see you later.